Hey, what's going on, guys? I just figured I'd do another video here. Today I'm going to be doing a review slash overview of my HTC One M8. I've had it for a little over 2 weeks now, and I figured I should do a video on it. So, basically, this phone, in the 2 weeks that or just over 2 weeks that I've had it, has actually been really good. I have had some hiccups with it, but it's nothing that I would be calling Verizon about or anything like that. I did have it freeze on me briefly once, and the reason why I say briefly is because it did manage to work itself out, and I didn't have to force restart the phone or nothing like that, so that's good. But the speakers on this phone are actually very, very good. I mean, that's kind of to be expected, being that that's their main marketing scheme of this phone. The camera is decent. Okay, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that say the camera is, oh, it's 4 megapixels, but the thing is, it's not 4 megapixels. It's 4 ultrapixels. There's a difference. Ultrapixels are larger than megapixels, and so therefore it's going to have be able to capture more light, or let in more light actually, and you get better low light performance. Yes, it's going to be a little bit grainy because of the fact that there's only 4 of them instead of 8 or 16 or, well, there's more. It's more like, yeah, 8 or 13 for smartphones or basic ones anyway. I mean, I know Nokia has like really high end cameras in their phones and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, this phone is pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the features of it. I am not going to run off the specs. I did that in my unboxing video, which this video is going to be up before that because I'm having a little bit issues with my program and I have not finished that video yet. So when that video becomes available, you guys will see it. But let me just switch hands here real quick. So you have your motion launch, which I probably won't be able to do it with it sitting. Yeah, you can't. Like that. So let's see if I can do it. So you got that. Double tap to wake the screen, and then you got. I'm trying to keep it in frame. You double tap to turn it off. You swipe from the left to the right to bring up your home screen, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. And then you got the facial recognition. There we go. Brings up your home screen, and then you go from the left to the right to bring up blink feed, and then from the bottom up you bring up, if I can remember correctly, I believe it's your most recently used application. So if I go into an application, let's see, I'm just going to Google Chrome, and then, sorry about that. It's hard to do this through a viewfinder, especially if you're not paying attention to it like I wasn't. But yeah, so basically if I lock the screen now, and then I swipe up, well, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, it actually didn't do that. Probably should do a little bit more research on that. But anyway, so yeah, the motion launch features are pretty cool. They usually work pretty well, give or take. And then there's also the one with the camera, which is pretty simple to do. You just do that, and then it will bring up the okay, hold on a second. So they usually, like I said, they usually work. There we go. They usually work pretty well. But the thing is, like, you know, like the name suggests, it requires you to move the phone. If you don't move it in the exact proper way, it doesn't always work. But this phone is actually, relatively cooperative in that regard sometimes. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, you guys probably just saw that, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. Anyway, so yeah, we got 5 home screens, stuff like that, blink feed. So if you guys want, I will actually go ahead and show you I'm not going to play any actual copyright music. I mean, well, it probably is copyright, never mind. But I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief demonstration of actually I have 2 features for one. If I can manage to keep it in the frame long enough. Let's see, let's go ahead and we'll just show you guys pictures here. Let's do a Zoe highlight here. It's one of my mom's dogs. Here the quality is pretty decent for the speakers. So as you can see, that's pretty good. I didn't want to bore you guys with that too much. Let's see, what else was I going to show? Oh yeah, the camera app. Let's go check that out. It's your basic camera app. Now I have the exposure all the way down because I was taking a picture of a monitor before, so forgive me with that. But it's actually very quick. I'm trying to do this with one hand, but it's actually very quick, regardless if the flash is on or not. You can actually do you can shotgun the shutter button and it will be just fine with that. So you can also do a hold down thing. And like I said, it also is quick with the flash on as well. Because most phones, if you have the flash on, it has to actually compensate, not compensate, but it has to be quick with the flash, which it has a hard time doing. But this phone, no. I mean, it's a little slower, but it's a lot faster than other phones that I've used and owned. So, I'm just taking random pictures of the wall for no reason. But anyway, I'm going to have to go back and delete those later. But, oops, I wasn't done with that yet. The front-facing camera is pretty decent. Let me go ahead and change it over here. Not really sure if I'm really fond of the name. They call it a selfie camera instead of just front-facing camera, which, kind of makes sense, as you can see there. There's me holding the camcorder. So, yeah. It's got a very wide-angle lens, which I really like. It's actually really handy when you're on a Skype call with someone, because you can, show them, like, views of your room, even though it's probably completely disorganized. Who am I kidding? It's actually completely disorganized. It is not probably. It is completely disorganized. But, so yeah, that is that. Let's see. Let's go back to... We've got dual capture here, which is pretty cool. It basically uses the front and the rear camera at the same time, which I kind of wish they would implement that in other applications, like, Skype, for example, but they do not. You've got the Pan 360 Panorama, which is... I've played with this a little bit. It's interesting. Does it take really decent pictures? Not so much. I, again, apologize for not being in the frame, but you can see it does that. And then it does that, and then you can go there we go. And it will keep doing that until you have, well, in the entire field of, like, pictures, pretty much. But, so yeah, there's that. I didn't want to save that, but anyway. You got the video, which this camera does 1080p. It does not do 4K because it's not capable of it. And speaking of the camera, you guys probably already know this, but I'm going to try to keep it in frame again. It's not going to be one of my best videos by any means, but that's okay. You got your your main camera, which is your 4 ultra pixel camera there. And then you've got this secondary sensor on the top, which is just that. It's just a sensor, basically. It doesn't give you, more pictures. It gives you a better depth of field, basically. That's all it is. Which is really handy because you can do, like, really cool stuff. Speaking of that, let me go ahead and find a picture here. Probably, let's see, where... Let's see, sorry about that. I'm just trying to find a picture. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's not going to work. Let me just do it this way here. Go back. Let's see, where is it? Let's see. Should be in the camera shots, probably. There's all my random shots of the wall, as you guys can see. Well, if I manage to keep the actual phone in frame, would be nice. But yeah, it's for some reason it seems to be very difficult. I'm not really sure why, but I'm trying to find a specific picture here. Where is it? There we go. This one right here. My cat Miles here. So basically what you do here is you... Well, let me do it this way. Again. Let's see, here you go like that. And then you hit edit. And you can do like U-focus, which basically does exactly what it says. It focuses on a given point. So I can further I hope if I actually selected it, there we go. So you can see it's blurred out the background pretty decently, or I can have it in focus if I wanted to, like that. You also have, let's see, you have the 3D effect, which is pretty cool. It's more of a gimmicky effect, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. I'm not going to complain about that at all. Let's see, there we go. So as you can see, as I move the phone, if I stop shaking the camera so much, you can see it kind of shifts the picture a little bit. More up and down than it does side to side, but yeah, it gives Miles a more lifelike appearance when he's in a picture, which, I mean, he obviously is alive because he's a cat. And he's not deceased yet, so which is good. Anyway, because I would be, like, terribly saddened by that. It's like, well, Joe, you don't really sound like it. Oh, trust me, I would be. I've had him for 5 years. But anyway, that's not what the video is about, so let's move on. So yeah, then you got the stickers. You put stickers on. I can put stickers on my cat. There we go. Do that. Give him a nice pair of sunglasses. And it doesn't really work too well in this picture, kind of, because it's not really... You can't really kind of make them kind of sit well. I mean, you can see that's not really... Because his right eye is kind of farther away, so it wouldn't really work all that well, but it's pretty cool. Let's see, then you got the scenery, seasons rather, which basically gives it a nice little festive look there. A different scenery as well. Basically, it just depicts the 4 seasons. Basically, that's all it does. That's what it's supposed to do. That's the whole point of it. Again, it gives it a nice festive look, so it's always good. Let's see, what else do we have here? You've got the copy and paste. That's pretty self-explanatory. You got touch up if you want to touch up the picture, which is always good. Yeah, there's no face name, that's fine. I mean, even though there is a face, but it doesn't say a human face, I guess. You can do frames. You can do different frames if you want. As you can see there. Let's see, you can do filters, effects. The effects are probably about... Actually, no, never mind. I thought they were different. Right, the filters is what I'm thinking of. I do not see that little dot matrix filter that they had on the Resound, but so yeah, anyway, let's move on to, let's see, what else was I going to say about this? It's not much of a review, more of an overview, I guess, but yeah, I apologize for being all over the place. But yeah, what else did I want to show? There was something else and I can't remember what it was. Oh yes, Google Now. Basically, it's pretty cool. So basically what you do is you say, okay Google, is it supposed to rain today?
Yes, the forecast for today in Lake Katrine is 82 degrees with a thunderstorm.
Which I did not know. That's kind of annoying, but that means my dogs are going to, or my mom's dogs are going to be scared as hell again, so that's great. But anyway, so that was that. Let's see, what else are we going to show? We showed that. This phone, actually, speaking of games, this phone really does very well with games. I'm going to play, or attempt to play, Smash Hit, which is a very good game. Highly recommend it. It's very difficult when especially when you're doing the mayhem movement there. But let's go ahead and give this a shot. Keep it in frame at the same time. Oh god. Again, it's not exactly easy when you're doing this through a camera view there, but you guys get the idea. It does pretty well with games. course, I've got the obligatory Candy Crush Saga on there. Of course I do. Who doesn't have that on their phone? I guess people who aren't addicted to it don't. But anyway, so I'm going to stop rambling on because this is basically what this video has become. I apologize that it wasn't much of a review, but it was something to get you guys an idea of the M8. There's plenty of videos out there of the HTC One M8 that are most likely better than mine. But I just want to give you guys my opinion on it and my thoughts and stuff like that. I actually really like the phone. I'm not sure what that was, but anyway, I mean, I really like the phone. It's pretty good. The speakers are really awesome. The camera is decent in my opinion. I have no problems with it. Can you print the pictures on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper? Probably. I would think you should be able to do that. I don't think it will look that great, but you can still do it. I mean, you can do it with any phone. I could do it with my mom's Samsung Convoy if I wanted to, which is a flip phone. It has a 1.3 megapixel camera. I could do it with that too, yeah, but it would look horrible. On this phone, would it look that great? Maybe. I don't know. I have not actually tried it with this phone yet, but speaking of printing, you can actually print from this phone natively, which is cool. Not really sure what printers it does support. I haven't fully looked into that, but when I do, I will let you guys know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and, well, have a good day.